The My Little Pony premiere was a great setup to Season 5 that stood out as the most unique and different two-parter to date. There was nothing returning from 1,000 years ago, and while there was a conflict, it most certainly didn't partake in the world-threatening scope that the others seemed to love. But what stood out most than any other two-parter is Starlight Glimmer. From her seemingly gentle nature and her happy and sameness philosophy, she has to be one of the most profound and misunderstood villains that the show has produced. So join me as we take a closer look at the character of Starlight Glimmer. Starting from her appearance, unlike all the other villains, she has a harmless and even enjoyable physique. The only tell that she's not the average unicorn being her multicolored mane. No, seriously, other than the exception of Rainbow Dash, it seems that only powerful beings of Equestria have multiple unmatching colors in their mane, and we see just what she is capable of in her skirmish with Twilight. But unlike some of the other villains, she conceals her magical abilities, most likely not even intending to use them at all. But so what if she's powerful? All the villains are, after all. True, but she is something that many of the other villains are not. She's intelligent. And I don't mean to undermine the other villains and their plans, but Starlight has fail-safes. Even if the main six were to break out and go look for their cutie marks, they wouldn't be able to find them because Glimmer already thought ahead and smartly wanted to keep them by her side. And she even put a fail-safe on top of that, a secret hole in the ground so that she could escape when need be. Though granted, she couldn't have predicted that Fluttershy would have found out, but imagine if she didn't. Imagine if Fluttershy wouldn't have seen what happened to the cutie marks, which, for all intents and purposes, she shouldn't have. The six would have left to the cave, and by the time they realized what was going on, it would have been too late. These are the workings of someone who's smart enough to think through a plan. So what else do we know about her? Well, with the exception of King Sombra, she's the only one to achieve her goal for a period of time. No matter how messed up it may seem, she actually did achieve equality. Ponies, at least most of them, were happy with their life. Even Twilight said,
"When we were sent to this village, we assumed it was to help in some way. But, well, it doesn't seem like you need any help."
Starlight achieved true equality. If you notice, in the town there is a relatively equal ratio of males to females, something which seems simple yet no town could achieve thus far. And I hate to bring this up, but when impending doom was hurled at her, she was smart enough to move out of the way. I'm looking at you, Discord. Of course, what really separates her from the standard villain is her ideals, making her seem less of a villain and more of a misunderstood pony. I mean, her goal is to create a world where everyone is happy and equal, no one looks down at anyone else, no one flaunts their talents, no one is afraid, and everybody is friends with everyone else. Oh sure, I'm accentuating the positives and ignoring the negatives, but you see where I'm going with this. She doesn't want supreme power, or to rule over any pony, or even be loved, but rather wants to create a world where everyone loves one another. Though the way of achieving this was definitely skewed and backwards, her intentions are really for good, partly because in ways she is good. Now before you rush to your comments and call me out on this, just hear me out. She opened up her house for Fluttershy to stay in while everyone else built her a house for free. A very selfless and actually kind thing to do. Yes, she kept her own cutie mark, and yes, she lied about it to the entire town. Though where others see hypocrisy, I see necessity. She never said she wanted to give her talent, but she had to in order to make ponies equal. Trust me, if there was an actual staff that had the magic to remove the cutie mark without her, I bet she would have used that instead. Don't get me wrong, she tried to brainwash other ponies, she's still the bad guy. I just think that her evil nature is due to, say, past grievances and not a reflection of who she is. But what do you guys think? Is Starlight a misunderstood pony or a smart villain? Let me know in the comments. This is Central, and it's been fun talking pony.